Woo! Woo! I'm going to go for about 45 minutes. And I'm going to show you why the Buffalo Bills and the Ravens became 7-3 today, and how it blatantly connected to the Queen. So, I've been coding Queen Elizabeth for 2 years. I predicted her death 2 years ago. I have a book about it. I've shown you how everything is synced up in this reality, from sports to politics to wars to pandemics. And people couldn't quite comprehend it. But now they're starting to realize it because my work's so undeniable. Hello, Happy Faceman, Coca-Cola, great decode in England. Thank you, my friend. I'm proud of that code. Whatever happens, very proud of it. So, wow, 13 and alive, 3 likes. I had the Ravens. They won 13-3. I'll tell you why they won 13-3, even though it was 3-3 for so long in the game. New York Giants equals 73. They also fell to 7-3 today with a loss. Nice. That's the best decode I've seen. I appreciate that. That's a compliment. I'll take it. I will take it. 16 in the live, 4 likes, 4 times 4, 16. I was just messaging Kenya, the Queen. It's so crazy, my connections with her. Not just numerically, but physically and spiritually and emotionally. We both love mushrooms as well. Woo! So, listen, guys. It's getting ridiculous now, isn't it? How I'm coding this universe. It's scandalous. My sports picks are 96% in the month, and I don't even gamble. And I know at any point that can change. It's not why I do what I do, but that is just... Imagine if I really wanted to promote myself to get rich from this, how easy it would be for me to probably get to about 600 members on my website if I just wanted to just go on and on and on and on and on and on about my hit rate. But I only bring it up occasionally. At 96%, and Elizabeth died at age 96. That's why I'm making a point of that. 9 times 6 is 54. She died the 251st day of the year, the 54th prime. That's why LeBron overtook Kobe in the scoring charts on 25-1, the 25th of January. Kobe and Gianna died 5 months and 4 days after Kobe's birthday. What's up, my brothers and sisters in Christ? Hello, Philip. Number 13 scored today, 2 goals, 2 for him, 2 for Ecuador. XRP moon date is 13/22. How ironic. Excellent. Hey, Happy Face Man. 6079 Smith. Happy birthday. 25 in the live, 5 likes. George Floyd's death date. Happy birthday, 6079 Smith. 40 years old today. England start their World Cup campaign tomorrow with 40 days left in the year. I went live at 217. You got to be kidding me. Your time. Michael Jordan's birthday. Joe Biden's birthday is today. Yeah. This World Cup started on Joe Biden's birthday. The last World Cup started on Donald Trump's birthday. How'd you like them apples? No gematria there. So, going to that 13, I told you the crazy syncs that I had with the number 13, with Valencia. Kenya's last name's Valencia. I'm not sure if she's listening to this. If she is, Kenya, leave a comment. If you're not, it is what it is. Okay, that 25 in the live, 6 likes. New Zealand were leading England 25-6, but still tied 25-25. Yeah, I don't think England will destroy Iran at all. I think it'll be closer than you think, in my opinion. But yeah, Valencia, number 13, who opened the scoring at the World Cup. Finals 13 days left in the year. Today, the World Cup began 41 days left in the year, the 13th prime. And did you notice how number 13 scored 13 minutes after his original goal was disallowed? He scored after 16 minutes, 16 days after his birthday. It's a joke. 24 in the live, 6 likes. Gareth Southgate born the 246th day of the year. Freemasonry founded 24/6. Messi born 24/6. Yeah, the Green Ranger died today. And how often do I keep telling you that the 4th horseman is death and the 4th horseman is green? You got the Green Power Ranger dying. Green is connected to death, biblically. That's why they keep pushing this whole green agenda with climate change. They're getting the green out there for you. So yeah, of course, the Green Power Ranger dies at 49, and Revelation gets you 49, and Antichrist 49. And if England win tomorrow, Southgate gets his 49th win for England in his 77th game, and 7 times 7 is 49. And Prince Philip died on 4/9, which is the 99th day of the year, and 9 times 11 is 99. So it was the White Power Ranger as well. Interesting. So yeah, we all remember Power Rangers, guys. Go Power Rangers, you mighty morphin Power Rangers. Hello, Kenya's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. If you look at Kenya's name, you will see her last name's Valencia. And I told you the opening goal of the World Cup was scored by Valencia. Her last name's Valencia. She's there. Can somebody give Kenya a woo? Woo! Hello, Kenya. I've already talking about you. 28 in the live, 7 likes. Harry Kane born 28/7. World War I began on that date. 28, a perfect number, the 7th triangular number. To win a World Cup, you have to play in 7 games, the nation. There we go. Phillips giving Kenya a woo. Excellent stuff. So there we go. Look at this. We're getting a lot of hellos and woos. Kenya, the people doing this, they're really good people. Really, really good people. So let me just break down then quickly these ridiculous NFL games. And yes, my community people got on them in play because they know how to bet now. Again, I don't have to babysit people. People are getting to a good level. Wow, Brian's from Kenya, the country. Remember, Queen Elizabeth became the queen in Kenya, and she was the queen of Kenya for 1 year. It's absolutely wild. It really is absolutely wild. Kenya on her screensaver has the 111. Queen Elizabeth, of course, was born on the 111th day of the year, and 9/11 leaves 111 days left in the year, which is wild stuff. And another interesting find is Queen Elizabeth was born 4/21. All right. 4 months and 21 days after 4/21 is 9/11. I need to put this in my book. And Queen Elizabeth died 911 days after coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. Corona means crown. Okay. Obviously, Elizabeth had that crown on her head. So how wild is that, guys, that the Queen was born 4/21 and 4 months and 21 days after 4/21 is 9/11. 9/11 leaves 111 days left in the year. Elizabeth was born the 111th day of the year, and Kenya has the screensaver of 111. We had a date on 10/11. I woke up at her apartment on 11/11. She loves the number 22. I was born on my dad's 31st birthday, the 11th prime. I was born exactly 22 weeks before my mum's birthday, who I spoke to today, who is an amazing woman. My dad was 11 years old, as I have 11 likes when England won their first World Cup and their only World Cup. And they won it in 66. And 66 is, of course, connected to 11 because 66 is the 11th triangular number. All right. Crazy. Hello, Divine. Much love. Yeah, the Father, Son, Spirit. I have that within me. I'm trying to share that with you all. This World Cup's the most depressing. Why do you think I will not watch a game? I warned you all about this. I said it will be satanic. I said it will be energy harvesting, and I would stay away from watching any games. I'm telling you, like, do you know what discipline it takes from me to be 96% hit rate in sports and not bet? Do you know how it's almost as if Satan's like, oh, go on, keep getting them right. I know you're going to want to go back and bet again. It ain't happening, Satan, baby. I ain't going to bet again. I'm not even going to bet on England. I ain't doing it. I've got a bigger meaning in my life than winning money. I've got plenty of money. It's nice to have it. We all know it's nice to have money. We can't deny it. All right. But I don't need to be betting on my picks. So no alcohol will be served. It's probably a good thing. Remember, you drink spirits. You're putting spirits inside your body. Best World Cup was 1982 in Spain. I wasn't even born then, but I was obsessed with World Cups growing up. I have seen the highlights. I used to have DVDs of like the 1990 World Cup, USA 94, I think it was, Euro 96. I was just an avid football fan, professional. You will never see me watch a game again now. So USA going to hammer Wales. I don't know about that. I don't know if they're going to hammer them, but we'll see what happens. Can I use a prepaid debit card for your membership? Yes, Beatrice. That's a great name. Pena, are you Mexican? Yep. Depends on where you are in the world, but you can sign up to my website via PayPal, debit card, or credit card. Certain nations make it hard, but looking at your name, you're Mexican, am I right? Best World Cup was Argentina 78. Again, it's hard for me to say. I really personally enjoyed the 1998 World Cup when England got knocked out by Argentina on penalties, when Michael Owen scored that incredible goal, when Beckham got sent off, when Sol Campbell got the goal disallowed, when Simeone got kicked by Beckham and all of that. That was my favourite World Cup, I think, 98. I loved Euro 96 for obvious reasons. It was in England. The weather was nice. We had a good tournament. I don't like seeing we anymore, but England had a good tournament when I was a big fan. And then the other World Cups, I never really got into 2002 or 2006. I can't remember the last time I really, like the 2018 one, I quite frankly didn't care. I remember winning fantasy football, which was nice. 20 in the live, 13 likes. Francis became the Pope, 2013. Hosted a dinner for the Argentinian and Italian national teams. And then in 2021, 24 hours apart, Argentina win the Copa America and Italy win the Euros. Come on, guys. Never understood Gaza hype. Again, the way that if they hype somebody up, you give a lot of energy to that person, and we just convince ourselves that the player's better than what he is. Yes, Gascoigne could dribble. He definitely had ability, but again, they can big up whoever they want. See how they destroyed Gascoigne? They destroyed him. They bigged him up, and then they absolutely destroyed Gascoigne. And he's always saying how he's battling with demons because he's been possessed the majority of his life. So, all right, I'm going to actually go through why the Bills won and where the Ravens won. I'll tell you why Washington won. So these are my pre-codes for anybody who might be coming here new to my channel going, it's easy to do it after the game. You have no idea what I do before the game on my website. So Buffalo, they won today, even though they were down 10-3. They became plus money. 103 is the 27th prime, by the way, which is 3 times 3 times 3. Huge. So Buffalo's known as the Queen City. And I said, with a win, they'll become 7-3 for the season. Queen equals 73 in gematria, okay? Where letters have a numerical value. She was married to Prince Philip for 73 years. The Bills became 7-3, 73 days after the Queen died. This is the Queen City, guys. 73 is the 21st prime number, and the game was 2 months and 1 day after the Queen's funeral. Yep. Her funeral was on 19-9. Told you Benzema wore 19 for France, 9 for Madrid, 199. All these numbers connect to the Queen. It's why he won the Ballon d'Or. 66 edition. Good sign for England, who won the World Cup in 66. Brady, Mr. NFL, Mr. Demon, the GOAT, connected to the Baphomet. Brady was drafted 199th pick, and he's currently 7-3 in Super Bowls. What made me realize how gifted I was at this is that I decoded Brady to win the Super Bowl against the Chiefs before the season began, when I never watched the NFL. Just through 73 and 21, that he could become 7-3 in the 21st year, the 21st century, and then I just added to it. That was a big thing. Look at that 30 in the life, 14 likes, like 314, 73rd day of the year, pie. Now, the Browns dropped to 3-7. Queen Elizabeth became the queen on the 37th day of 1952. Today has 73 and 37 date numerology. Can you believe it? Soon as I saw, and I posted it on Twitter and my website for you all, that when it became 7-3 to Cleveland, who were leading, or 3-7, and if the Bulls won, they'd become 7-3 and drop Cleveland to 3-7 on 73 and 37 date numerology. Lots of people took the Bulls plus money. Didn't have to do that. But I helped people there. The Queen died on 8-9. 24th prime. 89 is the 24th prime number. The Browns dropped to 2-4 away. The Bulls became 4-1 at home on a day leaving 41 days left in the year. And then I thought, is anyone else that can go 7-3? And I saw the Ravens could. And the Ravens are connected to Buckingham Palace. There's 9 Ravens at the Tower today. Okay, Charles II is thought to have been the first to insist that the ravens of the Tower be protected after he was warned that the crown and Tower itself would fall if they left. There's a lot of bird teams. Have you noticed? There's a lot of bird franchises in the NFL. All right, you got your Ravens, you got your Eagles. There's many of them. It's deep. So I saw if the Ravens won, they become 7-3. During this game, it was 3-3 in the third quarter. Okay? 3-3. I was like, this is perfect. 3-3-3. It's all about Elizabeth. Ravens win. I was speaking to Gabriel. I said, Bills, Ravens, they both won this. He was like, yeah. I was like, yep. Yep, all the Queen numbers are there. So again, Queen equals 73. Ravens become 7-3. The Ravens are connected to Tower London. They protect it. Told you Queen was married to Philip 73 years. This game 73 days after the Queen died. And Queen's funeral was 11 days after she died, and it began at 11 a.m. Again, more syncs with Kenya, who's connected to the 111. 11 is the 5th prime number, and that's why the Panthers got their 5th road loss. 11 and 5 often hits. It often hits that prime. Elizabeth was born the 111th day of the year. The Ravens Stadium is located at 1101 Russell St. Baltimore. All right, 111. Panthers fall to 3-8. Panthers equals 38. Ravens equals 38. Murder 38. Death 38. RIP 38. It's crazy. 3 times 8 is 24. And I've told you Elizabeth died 8-9, the 24th prime. And what's big about it is the Ravens won 13-3. All right, they won 13-3. And I talk about that number often because of Revelation 13:3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. That's Revelation 13:3. I've told you that Pope Francis is a false prophet connected to the beast. He became the Pope on the 13th of March, 13:3. In gematria, football equals 133. The lowest ever score in Super Bowl ended 13-3, which the GOAT Brady won. Notice how the Panthers dropped to 3-8. Notice how the Ravens are 7-3. Brady became 7-3 on the 38th day of the year, which is February the 7th, which is 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. It's why Brady retired with 333 days left in the year. Okay. And he won the Super Bowl on February the 7th, 2-7. So I could do this all day long. I could have done a video about this, but somebody's time in the Giants as well dropped to 7-3, and they've got the 73 in the gematria. But then you had Washington, the Commanders, all right, connected to war. They dropped Houston to 181. 181 is the 42nd prime. Houston are now 181. Houston Astros won the World Series 4-2. All right. The beast reigns 42 months. Houston are 181. Washington are 6-5. I just gave you Revelation 313. 313 is the 65th prime number. And by the way, Budweiser are sponsoring the World Cup, yet you're not allowed to drink. And the reason they're sponsoring it is because they're the king of beers, and it connects to King Charles and Revelation 9:11. If you've never read that verse, read it. NFL established 17-9. Today is 179 days after Allen's birthday. Today is 5 months, 26 days after his birthday. That is on 5/26. Brilliant. Yeah, the NFL founded 17-9. Patrick Mahomes' birthday. So, yeah, I'm not going to be here long. I was trying to take a nap, but it wasn't happening. The coaching with the kid was fantastic, even though it was really hot, and I'm always dehydrated at the end. By the way, I went for food afterwards. My table was table 13. I've taken a photo, and I got my bill at 1:11. Okay, 1:11 p.m. I'm telling you, if my life was getting recorded daily over the last 2.5 years, it would be one of the greatest movies you'd ever watch. Because half of the stuff that I have happened to me in my life, I don't share. It's too much for me to share and post. If there was actually a camera following me around, the syncs are just so breathtaking. My bill yesterday was 777. Wow, love it. You only allowed 4 bottles of beer at the World Cup, 4 for the 4 horsemen. It's scandalous. I have a find I'm not going to share here, and I've not even shared it with my website. So guys, I'm not going to be going live as often as I have in the past the next 2 or 3 weeks because I'm working overtime. So I won't be going live every day. I know I've gone live so much recently. I won't be able to do it. Just to prepare you, don't be sending me comments. Are you dead, Illusion? What's happened to you, Illusion? Are you safe, Illusion? All right. No, I'm just busy. So I won't be going live after every game or this, that, and the other. I don't have time. And I was speaking to my mum today. She said, Adam, you've always been a hard worker. You work too much sometimes. And she's right. You know, guys, you must know my work ethic by now through my live streams. It's like a blessing and a curse how hard I work. Love you, Adam. I have so much to share when we have time. I'd look forward to that, mate. I prefer German beers, but don't drink anymore. What German beers do you like? I don't drink that often, maybe once, twice a week. Like pretty much when I'm with Kenya, she's a bad influence on me. She makes me drink. She forces me to drink margaritas. Adam, you're a workaholic every day on here. This is what I'm getting at, though, my brother Brian, is I've got a coaching company. I teach English. I do one-on-one tuition with gematria, all sorts of stuff. And I do this. And I post on Twitter and website, and just it's really incredible that I'm able to do it with the lack of sleep that I get. I put it down to the spirit, don't I, all the time? I think it has to be. What's your company called? English Football Academy. You know what? I've never, ever, ever done the gematria of that. I wanted the English in it because I want to teach English as I'm coaching. Genius, eh? In Mexico. English Football Academy. What is it? Don't be anything. Nothing stands out other than the 115. I just said the Panthers in week 11 got their 5th road loss. See a 92. Now there's nothing crazy about that. EFA. See abbreviation. 12, 69, 15. No. Nothing majorly stands out there. I'll take that. So No, it will not be Jimmy Savile. Jimmy Savile, guys, I think was related to Steve Coogan, who's Alan Partridge. Could even be the same person. Might have a Guinness. Go for a Guinness. There's an Irish bar that I go to with Kenya. Really like it. There's a really cool guy who works there who's a rapper, white guy. He can sing as well, but he's got this energy, man. It's his birthday today. I promised him I would go there and buy him a drink. I just don't know if I have the energy to go. But I did say I'd buy him a drink. But I can always buy him one the next time I see him. I was just letting you know, just in case you didn't. I ain't telling you what to do with your life. No, guys, you can always give people advice. Don't mean they have to listen to you. It's the same with my sports picks. I'll give you all these codes. No one's making you bet on them. Just giving you it. Hey, what do you want to do with that? How do you like it? Right now, I'm just on fire, aren't I? It's crazy. I did a similar month in April where I was 94% at the end of the month, which is, I don't know if there's anyone else in the community that's ever done that, coding every day. What I pride myself on with these sports is, I remember when Zach used to say he's Mr. English guy, he's the best soccer decoder. That's what he used to say about me. I decode the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A. I code the NFL better than anybody, the NBA as well as anybody, the NHL, baseball, snooker, swimming. Told you who's going to win elections. Told you when countries are going to go into lockdown. Tennis, rugby. So I ain't the guy who's a one-trick pony. But I think I'm getting rewarded because I truly believe what I'm doing is for the right reasons and not for selfish reasons. And I think that's why I am being rewarded. Whereas I think a lot of other people who do code for sports, of course, they bet on it. They ain't doing it, but maybe they don't have a website or anything like that. I still don't think I'd bet if I didn't have a website because I make enough money without the website. But it probably would have been more tempting. Simon, I'm good. I'm all good. Adam on fire like Kasabian. I've seen them live from Leicester, by the way. Leicester, that part of England, has a lot to do with England perhaps doing well in the World Cup. That's why they won the Premier League in 2016. Huge year, that. A really enormous year, 2016, with what happened in the world. Trump got voted in as president. Ronaldo won the Euros. Kobe Bryant retired. Leicester won the Premier League. There's loads of other stuff, guys, with what happened in 2016. The 63rd triangular number. Adam, your energy is so high, that's why you can't sleep. I think so. And my brain doesn't stop, does it? But I have this spirit within me that will never die. Okay? It won't ever die. And it's better a drop of wisdom than an ocean of gold, baby. And knowledge without wisdom is like water in the sand. So I say all of this with knowledge. Knowledge is knowing something. Wisdom's knowing what to do with that knowledge. And I think at this point, I'm a very wise guy, smart guy at times, can be a bit cocky still, if triggered, only if triggered. When you say Argentina play at 10 a.m., I don't really pay much attention to that because there's different time zones all over the world. So it depends if you're using the time zone in Qatar, but I don't really look too much into that. I do with the Premier League a little bit when the 4:30 games, the Church of Satan was founded 4:30 and Hitler died 4:30. So I always think there's going to be satanic rituals in those games at 4:30. But with this World Cup where the time zone's just all over the place, I wouldn't focus too much on what time the games start. But again, maybe it does have a significant meaning. Jesus provides rest when we need Need strength. Yeah, I've had a few naps recently. Yeah, a nap can really help. Tonight, I don't have anything on, which is rare. Like unless I go to that bar and watch the band and buy him a drink. But I just don't know. You know, sometimes when you're really not in the mood to shower and change and drive and park up and drink and drive back, I've just been working so hard this week, not just with coding. And tomorrow I'm teaching those 3 kids for 7 hours, early doors. The day after that, I'm going to a wedding after I've been teaching for 7 hours. Yeah. Portugal, the surprise package. Would they really, Happy Face Man, be a surprise package to the average fan? Portugal have a great team. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I say that, I always mean in quotations. Portugal have a really talented squad. It's not going to shock many people if they go far. That's not a shock for me if Portugal go far. I won't be shocked if England knock out Ronaldo, just like Ronaldo knocked out Rooney in England. I think Ronaldo got the winning penalty in the shootout as well. Remember, Rooney got sent off, kicking out at Ronaldo. And I know how they just repeat storylines. And if England win the World Cup, guys, and Southgate missed that decisive penalty 26 years ago in Euro 96 and the Queen died at 96, that's me done, I think. If I've coded England to win the World Cup and the Queen's death in the same year, which I raved on about a year and a half ago, if you go back, if the Queen dies before the World Cup, I believe England win it. Loads of videos and loads of codes on my website. They're my favourite team. I found something else today, which I've not shared with anybody. I might share it later, see how I'm feeling. It's gold. You know, sometimes you're presenting too much good stuff at once. And it can, when you're giving out too much gold at once, people don't appreciate it. Sometimes you've got to sprinkle a bit of gold in there. And at the moment, I'm just pounding it out. And I'm like, this is relentless. I just need a day like where I don't hammer information out, but it's hard for me not to put it out there because I love to help people. And if I discover knowledge, I want to share it. And I focus really on the inside with me. All right, becoming a better person. Because when there's no enemy within, the enemies outside cannot hurt you guys. When there's no enemy within, the enemies on the outside can't hurt you. So when you are feeling down and depressed and fed up and angry, that's where these demons attack you. All right? That's where they'll really go for you. And since those attacks I've had, they ain't come back for me. It's like they tested me. It's almost like they tested me, see how I would react. And I came out of it stronger. I had 2 weeks where I couldn't really breathe and I was coughing all the time. And I had a moment where I was like, I need a 2 or 3 day break here. This is really not good for my health, how I'm feeling. But I went through it. I still coached. I still worked out. I swam. I did my codes. You saw some of my lives. I was like, I couldn't talk. I couldn't get my words out because of my breathing. I've never had that issue in my life. But now I seem to have gotten over that, which is fantastic. So, guys, if you think about this, I think I am become so wise because of my connection with Jesus. I believe God communicates with me every single day. And the wisdom's come through Jesus because you can't know wisdom without knowing Jesus. All right? In whom are hidden all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge. And then you've got Proverbs 1:7. That says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Wisdom is knowing what God is doing in our time. I am connected to God as much as anyone at this point that you know. That's where I'm getting this wisdom from, because I've studied the book of Revelation. I see it's playing out. It's allowing me to make these predictions every day, not once a month, every day, of what's going to happen, how it's going to happen. Telling you what's going to happen before there's even rumor of it happening. Like with Trump, I said he'd come back. And that is wisdom. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. All right. And interestingly, the 7 descriptive terms of the wisdom that comes from God, which we can use to name our pillars. You know, the Masons, they've infiltrated the pillars. But the wisdom from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, reasonable, full of mercy and good fruits, unwavering, without hypocrisy. All right. I gather this wisdom, I share it. Many people do not learn from their mistakes. They don't. And the Bible says in Proverbs 4 through 6 and 7, do not forsake wisdom, and she will protect you. Love her, and she will watch over you. Wisdom is supreme. Therefore, get wisdom. Though it cost all you have, get understanding. I gave up a $320,000 house. I gave up an incredible marriage with an absolutely stunning woman. I gave up a job that I worked so hard to get. I gave up loads of friendships. I gave all that up for this wisdom. I lost my Patreon. I kept going. I've given up so much, yet still I can have an amazing relationship with my ex-wife. Still, the school where I work love me, and I'm going to be covering for them starting on the 28th. And I'm making a lot of money because I showed when I gave up everything financially that it wasn't about money for me. I showed that. And Svali, who's been on my journey from the beginning, when he saw the house that I gave up and the lifestyle that I had, and I gave it all up, and he saw that, he couldn't believe it. How could you do that? Because I had the Holy Spirit in me, and I wanted knowledge and wisdom more than anything. And I wanted to gain it and share it. That's what I wanted. A lot of people who are smart, they keep it quiet. The occult. Occult means secret. They don't want other people to understand this. All of us, guys, we have so much potential, incredible potential, limitless. All right? Those who have access to this knowledge, keep it hidden, but each and every one of us can gather this. I've done it. I've done it. There ain't nothing special about me. I was no member of a secret society, no crazy bloodline. All right. I've managed to access this because we're all so powerful. And never ever forget what I told you about the dream that I had. You are more powerful than you will ever know. You all are. The dream that changed my life. Didn't see anything. I heard a voice. And I woke up, my whole body it wasn't shaking. You know when you get like tingles? My whole body had tingles because the voice felt like there was someone in my apartment in front of me. And it was the deepest voice, the most deepest, powerful voice that I've ever heard in my life. And it was short and sweet. You are more powerful than you will ever know. You all are. And I woke up and couldn't see anything. But what was that? And this was before I really got close to God. At this point, I wasn't truly aware of Revelation. I was just aware of certain biblical verses from it. Hadn't read it. That was the most beautiful moment. I would say, not beautiful. It was intense, but intense can be beautiful. Like when you're having sweet, intense, painful love with a beautiful woman. All right. So, yeah, guys, I can't wait for this documentary to come out about me. Not for my ego. It's because people are going to hear me talk and they're going to have the image backing up what I'm saying, which is huge. I've never done it because I've never cared that much and I'm not amazing with technology. So that should be done in a week. I'm so excited to watch it. I've seen a little bit of it or a spoiler. And I watched it again, goosebumps. I was like, how is he doing this? It was nice to not just see my face as well, just me talking. I'm getting chills thinking about it. I don't even know if you want to call it a documentary. It's not even so much a documentary. It's like an inspired speech almost, rather than a documentary. Because it doesn't go all the way back to when I was younger. I've had multiple people ask to do documentaries of my life from day one to now. I've turned them all down. It has to feel right for me, because the stuff that I can share is pretty unbelievable about my life. I've not even shared half of it with you guys, and I've told you so much about who I am and what I've done. Satan doesn't want anyone to know. Yeah. Satan is powerless to those in Christ. Yep. Yep. All glory to good. Yep. Chorley, I've played against them in Lancashire, aren't they? A half decent team. It's nothing like David Attenborough documentary, Big Mason. So I believe I have a guardian angel watching over me, and I think perhaps over all of us, but I truly believe there's one over me. If you look at the whole incident with the flight, where my flight got cancelled 3 days before the Queen died, and I was supposed to be flying on the date she died. A lot of stuff happened in the last couple of months where I felt like an angel was protecting me. The plane where I was watching The Matrix, I swear on my life, I thought the plane was going to crash. On my life. I thought I was done. And I had a grin on my face. I was like, no way am I going to go out in a plane crash watching The Matrix. That's like, you really? But I was ready. Without sounding suicidal, I love my life. I absolutely love my life. I love the people in my life. I just giggled. I was like, really? Is this how I'm going on a plane? But no, I didn't. We got through it. And it was wild. People screaming and crying. And I was still as they come. So, yeah, I believe I'm being protected. Oh, by the way, wait, let me go get my phone. I'm going to show you what I did today. Let me show you what I did today. Just click on YouTube, can you? So the other day, somebody said, didn't they, what's that on your hat? And I gave them a lot of shit. I apologized to that person because I really hammered you. I said, really, you're going to dismiss the work I'm doing because of a hat that I'm wearing? But maybe you're protecting me. And a good guy from China was the guy who let me know about the RVCA and how it had the exact same gematria as the word kill. So today, that hat cost me $40, by the way. A lot of money because it's expensive where I live to buy clothes. Remember, Jesus fasted 40 days and 40 nights. That's a good sign that England start their World Cup with 40 days left in the year, by the way. This is God and Satan, this World Cup, guys. It's a spiritual war. It's not all Satan. So look what I did today. People might say this was silly. I should have given it away to somebody, but I didn't want anybody wearing this hat. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Probably not. I'll try and show you.
Time to get rid of this. The kill hat. Can't believe I spent $40 on this. See you later.
Woo. Did you see that? I threw the hat in the bin. $40 hat. There's no way 2 years ago that Adam would have thrown away a $40 hat that he likes because it had the gematria of the word kill. Oh, wow. Bin Laden, and I threw it in the bin. Oh, my goodness. Bin Laden. I threw it in the bin. So Yeah, this one, I don't know what this is. It might have to go as well. I'm gonna have to really when I purchase stuff now. I don't really buy new stuff when it comes to clothes. This my ex-wife bought me from Costa Rica. Okay, I didn't buy this hat. Coaching stuff, I've always wore Adidas and Nike, just like most of us do. Didn't question it. I didn't know Nike was the goddess of victory. I didn't know the Adidas was a pyramid. I didn't question symbolism. You know what I mean? Most of us don't. You just see it's popular and all the celebrities and athletes wear it. And isn't it weird? Like, let's be honest with ourselves now. We may have changed slightly. Let's just be honest with ourselves, though. It hardly ever was the case with me. But if I was given like a non-branded item of clothing, I wouldn't wear it. How sad is that? But it's true. If I was given a branding of clothing that I didn't like, even if it looked half decent, I wouldn't wear it. That's the ego, innit? And they've done that to us. So we're all wearing the same shit, aren't we? Your Nike, your Adidas, your Levi's, whatever other brands, your Vans, your Converse, all wearing the same shit. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to just wear whatever. I hope I get to the point where it's just everything I wear doesn't have a brand. And I really completely 100% don't care. I don't think I'm right at the point right now where it's like I'll just wear complete shit. I think I will get to that point though. So yeah, so somebody's saying they always wear clothes, just colors, no brand. You see a lot of the times I do wear just plain t-shirts, red, blue, green, white, plain. Literally, I don't even know what the brand is. Maybe like Forever 21 or something, but you can't see the brand. And again, brand, you get branded. You get branded. It's connected to hell. That's why it's called Russell Brand. Imagine buying Gucci belt and t-shirt for £1,000. It's really cringe. I was never, ever that guy. I was never, ever Gucci, Dolce & Gabbana at that level of needing to prove a point. Rolex watches. Woo! I was never, ever like that. But yeah, I cared about brands, especially sports ones for me. Like if my mum would buy me a pair of high-tech trainers, I would be raging. I'd be furious. She bought me a pair of Nike trainers or Adidas. I'm like, cheers, mom, thank you. I wear a lion shirt often. Jesus ain't returning as a lamb, but a mighty lion. Hallelujah to that one, baby. That's why the 3 Lions are going to win the World Cup, in my opinion. See how I always say in my opinion at the end. All right? I say in my opinion. So today, guys, I told you Ecuador would win. I told you the Bulls would win. I said the Ravens would win. I think Golden State are going to win later, become 8 and 9 for the Queen's death date. I think England will win tomorrow, but it won't be easy. I think there'll be a slow starter to this tournament, England. Preferably they pound them. But I don't think it'll be a gimme. Holland look good to win. But again, I'm just really intrigued tomorrow to see what goes on with England. Win, lose, or draw, I'll get to the bottom of it. I think that's why you like what I do, don't you guys? Woo! Like whatever happens, I'll figure out why it happened. Usually I figure it out before it happens. But if I don't figure it out before it happens, I tell you at the end why it happened. Because I care about, you know what I mean? Most people, they code, they win, they take the money and run, or they lose and they're pissed off. I dissect why I won and why I lost. That's how you learn, you know what I mean? That is how you learn. You review it. Whether you did well and succeeded. Just like a coach, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a really good coach. Oh, here he goes again. This guy's so egotistical. Well, I am. That's the reality. I am. And if my team wins, I'll review the performance. If my team loses, I review the performance. Most coaches, when the team win, don't need to review anything. We won, we were great. Nah. Nah. You got to review when you win as well and when you lose. Constantly got to be evolving. That's what it's all about, baby. It's constantly evolving. Win, lose, or draw. Always want more. Woo! Win, lose, or draw. Always want more. Okay? Told you there's a big part of me I enjoy sometimes when I fail. It's like, all right then, let's go. It's like, I want to be punched in the face sometimes. That'll psych me up. Boring, innit? Watching a wrestling match where the guy's just dominating like Brock Lesnar. You want it to go back and forth sometimes. So, yeah, 55 in the chat. You wore 55. Bill Gates born in 55. My dad born in 55. So for me, knowing that wisdom is available as a source of protection, we should do well to spend a little time meditating on the Bible verses about wisdom. I've been reading a lot of them, guys. I read scripture every single day, whether it's for 5 minutes, woo, 10 minutes, woo, 35 minutes, woo, 62 minutes, woo, 7 hours. No, that's too much. But I read scripture daily. Even if it's one verse, I will read it often to start my day or right before I go to bed. So I'm going to give you some Bible verses about wisdom. Okay? Remember, the occult love the owl because the owl is connected to wisdom. The occult really love the owl, and the owl can see in the dark. Okay? We've got great senses of owls. So here we go. Job 12:12. I love anything with 12:12 because 12 times 12 is 144. I was born on my dad's birthday, 14/4. And the first house I lived in was number 12, Belmont Crescent. Red door, by the way. It's not anymore. Somebody painted it. Don't live there anymore. Wisdom belongs to the aged and understanding to the old. Job 28:28. Behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding. Yep, it really is. When you depart from that evil, you're spreading joy. Your frequencies are high. All right. Psalm 37:30. The godly offer good counsel. They teach right from wrong. Woo! And again, it's hard to define what's right and wrong, but we have a basic grasp. Psalms 107-43. Whoever is wise, let him heed these things and consider the great love of the Lord. Proverbs 3:7. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and shun evil. All right. Fear the Lord means respect the Lord. Okay. And don't think you know it all. I'm sitting here 96% with my sports picks. That's God that's done that. That ain't Adam Edwards. He's guiding me. And by the way, I just want to say this to you all. Yeah, Sheffield Wednesday, the Owls, Jamie Vardy got released by Sheffield Wednesday when he was 16. Sheffield Wednesday offered me a contract when I was younger. So did Barnsley. Most teams in Yorkshire offered me a contract when I was younger. I chose Bradford City. Probably shouldn't have done it, but it was the easiest option because it was the most local. And my parents didn't want to move to Barnsley and Sheffield for me to play for those teams. And it is what it is. It's led me where I am now. So do not forsake wisdom, and she will protect you. I've told you, love her, and she will watch over you. Wisdom is supreme. Therefore, get wisdom. Though it cost all you have, get understanding. I really love Proverbs 10:13. Notice the Bulls game today was 10:13 at one point. Wisdom is found on the lips of him who has understanding, but a rod is for the back of him who is devoid of understanding. Yep. When pride comes, then comes disgrace. That's why pride's a 7 deadly sin. But the humility comes wisdom. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and he who wins souls is wise. Do you know how many people said, I've changed their life, I've changed their marriage, their relationship with their family, with themselves? Through my wisdom. Okay? And I try and help people. This is why I really love this particular verse. A wise son heeds his father's instruction, but a mocker does not listen to rebuke. But this one I really like. Reckless words pierce like a sword. Notice if you move the S at the end of words, put it at the front, it gets sword, because words cut. Reckless words pierce like a sword, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. I'm trying to use my wisdom to heal people, to have them feel better about themselves, about their situation, about the world. Okay? There's loads of them. Most people don't want to listen to advice or accept instruction because of their ego, to be honest. Wisdom is better than foolishness, just as light is better than darkness. The heart of the wise inclines to the right, but the heart of the fool to the left. Yep. And I'll leave you with this. But the wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure, then peace-loving, considerate, submissive, full of mercy and good fruit, impartial and sincere. That's James 3:17, 66 prime. Book of Revelation, the 66th book of the Bible. Guys, it's got to be England, in my opinion, that take it if it's biblical. Or Brazil, but Sheffield Wednesday was founded 155 years ago. Great knowledge. I've been to that stadium a few times. It's Joey Williams. There he is. Joey Williams is in the live, baby. 42-year-old. Kenya born 7'6". 7 times 6 is 42. I went to watch Chivas versus Tigres. Tiger, guys. The tiger symbolism. The year of the tiger. All of that jazz. I watched that on March the 17th, 317, 66 prime. Ric Flair had his last ever wrestling match the 31st of July, 317, 66 prime. Wow. The guy born in 49, 73 years ago, 4973, 666 prime. The book 1984, released in 49, 73 years ago, 666 prime. Kobe died, 497 months, 3 days old, 666 prime. Prince Philip died on 49, he was married for 73 years, 666 prime. I think that's in my little mini doc where I pulled out those 4973s with your 666. Brady played 22 seasons, 7 rings, retired, 227, 49th prime, supports the 49ers, 7-3 in Super Bowl, 666 prime. Is your Super Bowl 57 code still going strong? If they win the next game, yes. If not, no. I'll nail it, but when it gets to the playoffs, I'll nail it. If the Packers lose the next game, they're done. If they win it and become 5-7, remember Super Bowl 57's 57 days after the World Cup final, then I still like it. If they lose the next one, I think they play the Eagles. So if they shock the Eagles, then maybe. The code that I had in the NFL, it wasn't one of the most mind-blowing. It was strong. I was relying on the beast of revelation and Kobe Bryant for it to happen. But I didn't look in detail at too many other teams. I originally loved the Bills, but I thought it was a trap because everybody loved the Bills. And they do have all the queen numbers. But again, remember, that's not always a good thing. It wasn't good for the Bengals, was it? It was good getting them there. But it wasn't good for them in the actual Super Bowl that they lost, where I predicted the exact score of 2023. What's your secret to do the woo? I immediately get a voice crack. I don't have a secret. I just know when I do the woo, it makes everyone smile. All right? It makes everyone smile, even animals. And the louder I do it, the more people enjoy it. It must be sending off a frequency. So I'll keep doing it. I like it. Like when I release a woo, I feel good for it as well. So I'll give you one now. Woo! I've guaranteed all of you just smiled then or giggled to yourself. Didn't you? Some of you might even be going, woo, to yourself. That's what it's all about, guys. You know what I mean? Increasing your frequency. It's not as hard as you think to do. It's very easy to keep your frequency low. Really easy to keep your frequency low and complain about everything and how fed up you are and how tired you are and how much work sucks. Easy to do that. It's not easy to see the positive in life. All right? I told you today with that Valencia, much love Kenya. Valencia got a goal disallowed after 3 minutes, scored after 16 minutes. Where's number 13? So the time between his goal being disallowed and his first goal was 13 minutes. But the 3:16, John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. I believe in Jesus Christ. Woo! I always will. I didn't until I was 33. But again, don't have to worry too much about the past. Everything that's happened in my life has led me to where I am right now. This glorious, glorious, glorious moment in my life where I am literally coding the universe every single day. And when I say that, I ain't exaggerating. Am I? I am. I'm coding the universe. You know how crazy that is? Oh my word. Woo! Do you know how crazy it is when you really break down what I'm doing? It's beautiful. This is the most beautiful and insane time to be alive. Enjoy the beauty of it. Enjoy the beauty of it. All right? There's a lot of beauty. There's going to be a lot of chaos. There's been a lot of chaos. There's going to be a lot of death. But again, do you want to live your life going by the 7 deadly sins? All right? Or the 7 virtues. 7 deadly sins you should know are pride, greed, wrath, envy, lust, gluttony, and sloth. Most people go through their life following those rules, those 7 deadly sins. For me, it's all about the 7 virtues. Okay? Chastity, temperance, charity, diligence, kindness, patience, and humility. Occasionally, I get a bit cocky, but come on, for what I do, I could have a head that wouldn't get through the door if I wanted, for what I've done. So occasionally, I'm a bit of a smart ass, let you know what I've done. But in general, guys, for what I've done, my head shouldn't be able to fit in this apartment with what I've done for a regular guy. So God has opened my eyes. All credit goes to God. All right, all credit goes to God for what I'm doing. He's using me, and I'm all right with that. Just like Kenya, right now, I'm Kenya's coach. Woo! But to be honest, Kenya gives me a lot of good advice as well. Kenya, I'm going to tell you something. If you're still there, I'm not sure. I'm sure you're still there. This is pretty big, Kenya. There's the monkey. There's the monkey. We always send each other monkey gifts, guys. Spoke to my mum today, and my mum owns different properties. She bought a few properties, like reasonably cheap, and then did them all up because she's amazing at all that. And then she sold one today, and I was like, how much? And by the way, it was number 3, this apartment that she sold. I was like, how much did you get it for? She was like, well, it's not completely gone through yet. I was like, how much though? How much is it? And 79,000. She bought it for 54. No, it wasn't anything super fancy. My mum's got a beautiful, stunning house, but she bought 2 other properties to rent out. And then she did them all up with the option of maybe selling them. And my mum retires next year. She turns 66, of course. 65 now. Notice how they've increased the age for you to get your pension. It's just a joke that they do that. It really is, and we accept it. So she sold it 79,000, 22nd prime. I didn't tell her this because she really respects me as a son, like my teaching and my coaching, the numbers she doesn't get. And I'm thinking in my head, I just wanted to say 79,000. Okay, so you bought it for 54. All right. You do know Queen Elizabeth died the 251st day of the year, the 54th prime, don't you? But I stopped myself because, of course, she doesn't know that. Remember, my mum finished 98th in the park run, and the Queen died 98, and I finished 72nd. Francis became the Pope the 72nd day of the year, 13-3. Ronaldo born 7 weeks and 2 weeks after the Pope. Anyway, I'm going off topic here. So 79,000, 22nd prime. My mum gave birth to me exactly 22 weeks before her birthday. This is the 22nd edition of the World Cup. Bobby Moore died exactly 22 weeks before Harry Kane was born. Kenya loves the number 22. So my mum was asking me, so I've not spoken. Wow, 22 likes. 22 likes, talking about 22. So I've not spoken to you for a while, Adam. I was like, yeah, sorry, Mum, I have been crazy busy. I know that's no excuse, but I've been crazy busy. And she was like, I have as well, but we should talk more. We had a chat for like 30 minutes. And anything new going on in your life? I said, well, I'm working tons and I'm covering here and I'm doing this and my website's going and this, that, and the other. She said, all right, met any girls? I was like, yeah, I have actually. It's like, how many, Adam? I'm like, Mum, calmate. I didn't really say calmate. I was like, Mum, I ain't a whore. Woo! I ain't Juice Bigelow, male gigolo. Woo! Am I? So I was like, well, I'm kind of dating a girl, although I hate labels. I don't like saying dating. I don't like saying girlfriend. I will not get involved with that. But just to break it down for you, I was like, I'm kind of dating a girl. What do you mean, Adam? What do you think? Like, I've been seeing a girl quite a few times recently. Well, tell me all about her. She got all excited. Like, I think this is what girls are like. You know what I mean? They love gossip. Tell me all about it. Who is she? Where's she from? How old is she? What's she look like? Okay. I said her name's Kenya. And she went, Kanua? I said, no, Mum, Kenya. Keninia. Mum, Kenya, the country. Like the Kenyans, you like to run. That always win the marathons. Kenya, the nation. Ah, Kenya. Yes, Kenya, Mum. Kenya. Oh, okay, got it, Adam. Yeah, so well, tell me more. Well, her name's Kenya. How old is she? It's 28. Ooh, that's young. You're older than her. Yes, Mum. Yeah, I'm 36. She's 28. There's 8-year difference, but I got married at 28. It's not like I'm dating an 18-year-old. She was like, yeah, fair enough. Like, what do you like about her? Because you're very picky. I was like, a lot of things. Well, tell me, what do you like about her? Mom, you're like a little teenager. Woo! She makes me laugh. Number one, she makes me laugh, and it's hard to make me laugh. Okay, that's really important, Adam. Yeah, she's very attractive as well. Okay, that's good. What does she do for a living? Oh, she works in a resort. She does different things around the resort. What's the schedule like? How often do you see her? How often are you going to see her? I don't know, Mum. A few times a week. That's good, because you like your own time, don't you, Adam? Yeah, I do. I love being by myself. But if I have spare time, I'll spend it with people I like being around. How long have you been dating her? I don't know, a few weeks. A few weeks, that's it? So how do you know you like her? Because the times I've met her, I liked her. But have you taken her out for dinner? Yeah, a few times, kind of. Bought her tacos. Bought her drinks. I'm not sure we've ever had an official meal. She did buy a Domino's for me the other day. Well, for both of us. Pepperoni and mushroom. Woo! So she was raving on and on and on. And she was like, Adam, I'm so proud of you. You're such a great son. I was like, you're not a bad mother either. Woo! It was just a great conversation. My mum, man, she's so amazing. She's so amazing. And this girl called Anna, who I know, she's in England right now. She's traveling Europe. My mum said she can come stay with us. So my friend Anna's going to stay with my mum. And she had to tell her she don't have to pay anything. We can give her food. She's all good. She's so loving, is my mum. She gets pleasure on helping people. But don't mess with my mum, because she'll knock you out. She's tough as well. She's not going to let you walk all over her at all. She said the woman who wanted to buy the apartment off her, this is my mum. She didn't play her, because my mum can't tell a lie even if she wanted to. The thing she hates the most, my mum, is lying. I've lied a few times to her and she caught me. Silly lies. Silly lies. Like, Adam, did you eat my chocolate? No, Mum. Adam? No, Mum. Adam, why is the chocolate round your mouth and why does your breath sound like mint? You've had my mint arrow, haven't you? Yeah, sorry, Mum. Adam, it's not about the chocolate, Adam. It's the fact you lied to me. I'm sorry, Mum. I'm really sorry. Chocolate all around my mouth. She hates when somebody lies to her. So this woman that she knows was just given $110,000 because her dad died. 110, like the World Trade Center had 110 floors. And my mum was told her apartment should be going for anywhere between 75 and 80,000. They were like, don't take any less than 75, but 75 is your lowest. You should be aiming for about 77, around that mark. So this woman was like, I can only give you 75. I can only give you 75. And my mum was like, wait, in her head, I know you've just been given 110,000. And my mum also got an offer for 81,000 from an Indian family who she didn't know, but she knows the woman who said that she can only pay 75. So my mum was like, she don't play. She won't play in people. You know what I mean? Trying to get the best offer. She's like, listen, I've been offered 81. Okay, I'm not giving you it for 75. Can you give me 76? I was like, wait, 76? Can you? Her birthday's 7/6. 7 times 6 is 42. Like the beast reigns for 42 months. But 42 is obviously, well, I say obviously, but most people don't know this. 42 is connected to the rainbow. Okay, it's heavily connected to the rainbow with the degrees, which is beautiful because rainbows form on the arc of a circle with a radius of about 42 degrees. So remember, after a hurricane comes a rainbow. It's not all bad. Like, quoting Katy Perry there. And my mum said, no, I'll give you it for 76. And the woman was like, no, I can't do it. So my mum was like, listen, a few days later, listen, I've got this $81,000 offer. Just checking again. Like, are you willing to pay the 76 or not? If not, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to take the 81,000. It's like 6,000 more than what you're offering. And strangely, this woman who's now going to buy the house, cash, I'll give you 79. And my mum just giggled. So I went, Mum, the woman who said she couldn't pay more than 75 and refused to pay 76, then eventually paid 79 when she could have got it for 76. I said, are you serious? And my mum went, yeah, because she was panicking. She thought that I was going to literally sell it for 81. So she went, I'll give you 79. My mum was like, all right, okay. So it's a done deal. It's like it had to be 79 for the 22nd prime. It had to be 79. And what does that say about my mum? My mum could have got it for 81,000. She's basically giving away the house for $2,000 less because she ain't obsessed with money. She cared about that woman, but she wasn't going to let the woman take the piss and say, I can only give you 75. Don't lie. You just literally got given 110,000 unexpectedly because of your dad's death. You can pay 76. Don't. She was like, don't. I know how much money you have. So, and my mum will speak like that. I know how much money you have. So I know you can pay more, but if you don't want to, I'm going to give it to these for 81,000. And I said, Mum, you deserve that. You've renovated it. You've done it up. I know all the stress that you went through. I said, sell it off. She made 30 grand profit or something, like in total, from like, because she was renting it out prior to selling it. I said, good for you, Mum. Now enjoy your money. She wants to buy like a camper van and travel around Europe in it. So go on. She's a phenomenal athlete. She's a marathon runner still. I said, enjoy your retirement, Mum. Sell the apartment. You don't have to worry about your tenants and this, that, and the other. Sell it off. Sell it off and enjoy yourself. And she's like, I'm going to come to Mexico next year, Adam. And I went, woo! I need to get my mum to do woo. I got my dad to do it. My brothers do it. My mum refuses to do the woo. She says it's childish. So I'm going to make her do it at some point. So yeah, it's a wild time. Oh yeah, Joey met my mum. Joey actually met my mum. Joey stayed the night with beautiful Gintada. I put my mum in a really, 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 really tricky situation that day. I was very disrespectful. You know, when you sometimes take people for granted, I took my mum for granted in this moment. Joey knows this story. He knows I ain't making it up. Red Pill Monkey, the guy born 3 years, 330 days before me, 333, super connected to 33. He had his awakening at 3:33 in the morning. I had mine at 33. He came over, got to know him more, went out for dinner, had a great night out together, dancing, just great banter. He is one of the funniest guys I've ever met, Red Pill Monkey. And this sounds arrogant. He reminds me of me. He's like me. So obviously I find him hilarious. So he came, we had a great time. Joey said, listen, I'm in Doncaster with Gintada. Shall I come pick you up? We'll go to Leeds and we'll have a few drinks. We went to Weatherspoons because I kept raving on about Weatherspoons because of people like Divine and stuff like that. Went to Weatherspoons. But prior to that, no, it was afterwards actually. So he picked me up. We went to Leeds. We had a few drinks. There was a beautiful transgender with pink hair and 6'3", whatever he was, the table next to us, getting off with a girl actually. The guy pretending to be a girl was getting off with an actual girl. And we went there, we had a few drinks. There's a lot of numbers. He'll always remember the 107, 28th prime. He'll always remember that, me shouting it. I know he'll always remember that. And I was like, guys, let's just go back. We'll go to my mum's house. It's got a pool table, dartboard, got alcohol. We don't need to be cruising around Leeds. And I thought, Joey, if he wants to drink, he's driving. I don't want him to be limited. But if he's at my house, he can drink. Although we didn't really drink much. So we went down. He met my mum. We were playing pool. The dog was there, Benji. He met Benji. But I said to my mum, I was like, Mum, you don't mind if Joey and Gintara sleep over, do you? I put her on the spot. I came back to you. I told her I was out all night. So her and her husband, they made a steak dinner. They had wine. They were knackered. They just wanted to sit down, relax. I come back earlier than expected with 3 people she's never met before that I'd never really met before. And I'm saying, can they all sleep over? Because we have a big house. And she said, yeah. And then I remember she went, Adam, can you just come here? And that was when I got sent to the headmaster's office for having a big mouth. When I used to get sent to the headmaster's office for talking back to teachers. And I was like, oh no, my mum never does this. I'm about to get bollocked. A grown man's about to get bollocked. But I knew I deserved it. And she went, Adam, sit down. I was like, oh, geez. All right, okay, I'm sitting down. Before she could speak, I spoke. Before she went at me, I asked for forgiveness. I said, listen, Mum, because you know me with my mouth. Mum, listen, Mum, wait, just please. Give me 2 minutes. Okay, Adam. I calmed her down. I said, listen, what I just did then was absolutely disgusting and disgraceful and disrespectful. You are an incredible mum. You've given me everything, and I take you for granted at times. And what I just did then was uncalled for. There's no way I should have just presumed you would let them stay over. You don't even know them. I apologize. You already said Red Pill Monkey could stay, and now I'm asking for 2 other people and putting you on the spot. So I told her the error before she could bollock me. It's kind of like Eminem in 8 Mile, where he rips himself and the guy in the battle had nothing else to say. Yes, I do live in a trailer park with my mom. Yes, Cheddar Bob did shoot himself in the coat with a gun, all of that. So he said everything. And then the other guy, like Clarence, couldn't say anything back to him. So my mum was like, all right, Adam. So I kind of got out of the bollock and she went, all right, Adam, but don't ever do that to me again. I was like, Mum, I promise you that will never happen again. It was really bad. She was like, Adam, just stop now. Go down and have fun with your friends. I was like, thank you, Mum. Thank you so much. We'll be quiet. No, it's fine. It's good. So I avoided the bollocking by saying, hey, I was completely wrong. That was psychology 101, what I did there. So, yeah, but I deserve to be sent to the office. And sit down, Adam. Oh, I was like, that hurts because my mum never shouts at me. And I got out of it. So, yeah, we played pool. We had a few beers and I remember that was the first time Joey read my Queen book, which I've edited. It's even better now. And he was like, whoa, geez, whoa, bro, son, fuck, whoa, geez, whoa, God, geez, whoa, geezer, whoa, oh, whoa, geez, man. I was like, yeah, it's pretty good, and it's pretty wild. And then Joey dropped off Red Pearl Monkey at the bus station. And yeah, I got to meet them. I met Divine, I met Joey, I met Red Pearl Monkey. There's a few other people that I met. That was great. I didn't get the big night out with everyone, but again, the people I wanted, I can't do it. I've got work. I'm working overtime. So it's all right. Okay. So yeah, Joey did proofread it. He found a few errors on my part. And he said, no, they're not errors. They're not errors. It's like typos, but a typo's an error. Because, I'm going like that, and a typo is an error. He caught a few. And I appreciate anybody who sent me an email saying, this is amazing, but chapter 36, you need a comma there, or you've added an additional number that you don't need, or there's no capital letter there, or you've used the wrong tense. So, I get in the zone. And I just wanted the knowledge out there. I was eager to get it out there. I wasn't writing an English essay where I would have proofread it 100 times. But my illusion book, which will come out, I don't know if I should release it before or after the World Cup. Because if England win the World Cup, I've got a book about England already done. I just have to keep adding to it. But at this point, it's like book overload, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like carb overload. I don't want to keep writing book after book after book. I need to get my illusion one out. So yeah, obviously I met Flinny, amazing guy who picked me up at the airport, took me home, and then took me to London. He's just a great, great, great guy. Divine got to meet him. So I've done longer than I expected. The sports code, I don't know for how much longer I can keep up this accuracy. I don't know. I've said for a while now, I almost feel like it's not even me, like that determines these outcomes. It'll be funny if the Kings become 9-6. Notice the Kings are having a great season in the NBA. They haven't made the playoffs for ages. Yet they're doing well now. We have King Charles. They could win and go 9-6, but I ain't sure about that. I think that's a dangerous one because 8-7's big, because 8 times 7's 56. And 56 is huge with the royal family. So I'd be wary of that Kings game. But yeah, let's see what happens tomorrow. I won't be watching England. I'll keep an eye on it. Don't be shocked to see Harry Kane score a penalty. I told you in the Ecuador-Qatar game, there would be a penalty awarded and a goal disallowed. Told you that about 3 days ago and the day before. And it happened. It's becoming scandalous. It's becoming ridiculous. It's becoming just off the charts, what I'm able to see. You guys are getting better every single day. All of us are. You know what I mean? Just think. And I'm going to leave you with this. Wow, somebody's making tea and cookies. Woo! Tell me what cookies right now. Tell me if you're taking sugar in your tea and a splash of milk. Give it to me. The sex bots are here, ladies and gentlemen. The sex bots are here. I'm going to keep them in. Sex bots are here. Jason David Frank died age 49. Yeah, and Jason David Frank? Of course he had 3 male names. 3 male names. This girl's got 3 male names. 3 male names. Jason David Frank. Trent Alexander Arnold. I can go on all day, baby. All right, it's ridiculous. So yeah, Jason David. It's funny you've got David Jason, who played the character from Only Fools and Horses. There's another one. So yeah, Jason David Frank. Got David Jason, who was Del Boy. Tiny little female Del Boy, by the way. Very funny. The demon inside him was hilarious. I'll give the demon that. Very funny. David Jason. Peyote cookies for me with Lancashire tea. Lancashire tea. It's not Yorkshire, is it? It's not Yorkshire. Maryland cookies. Stop me from finishing the packet, guys. No, finish them. Finish it. Finish the cookies. If you're enjoying it and got a nice glass of milk here, and it's one of them where you go, oh, and it's giving you that little, enjoy the cookie. Don't do that and leave your cookies. Then you forget about the cookies and the cookies go all shitty. And then you're like, I should have had that cookie when I wanted the cookie. Cookie Monster, eat the cookie. You want the cookie, eat it. Sometimes you got to eat the cookie. Put that on a t-shirt. Sometimes you got to eat a cookie. Sometimes. Don't overthink it. Should I have it? Should I not? Have it. All right? If you've had 3, have 4. If you're having 7 packets of cookies, you've got something wrong with you. You're a Cookie Monster, aren't you? If you have 7 packets, but if you're just having 3 or 4 of them, you're dipping it in a glass of milk. Chocolate digestives, great call, mate. Excellent stuff. Right. I got to go. What time is it? 4:42. 4-4-2. Is that England's formation? 4:42. Of course, 4-4-2. So listen. Let's see what happens with England. It'll be hilarious if they get pummeled. It probably ain't happening, is it? Southgate should be winning that game. It's not Southgate. It seems the Devil's going to allow England to win the opening game. Holland have a good riddle as well. Before I go, let me just quickly see the odds. I think England are minus 280 or something, which is interesting. Wow, Holland are a good price. Well, not a good price, but not a bad price to beat Senegal. Did you see that Mane is injured and they said in Senegal witch doctors did a spell so he would be fit to play in the tournament? Just so blatant. Mane's got a big old forehead. 10 head. The guy born April the 10th. 4'10". And it's funny how Mane is born 4'10". And Liverpool have lost 4 out of 10 European Cup finals. So, all right. England, Holland, will they let both favourites win? Favourite won today. And somebody were like, great call illusion, Ecuador were favourites. They were plus 150, baby boy. How are the Vikings, who are 8-1, getting beat 37-3 by Dallas? I haven't coded that game. I've just seen it. That's just made me laugh. I know why the Vikings are dropping to 8-2 because they're all about the Queen, no trouble. They're all about the Queen, no trouble. All right, they're gonna go 8-2. Queen Elizabeth was born 4-2, won the 82nd prime. The reason they went 8-1 in the last game and dropped the Bulls to 6-3 is because Queen Victoria died at age 81 and she reigned for 63 years. These games are a farce. They're a joke. Bengals will probably go 5-5 for Satan. It's a 1-point game right now, which is crazy. Wow, wait, that game's 24-23. Are you kidding me? 24-23? That's the 360th prime. The Bengals game's 24-23. And Maradona died 24 months and 23 days before the World Cup final. 360th prime, the circle, baby. It's the circle of life. I'd love to bang out Elton John with 2 male names because it's a female. Right. Mr. Flynn has just left a comment. He sends me these comments. Kenya just sent me some monkey emojis. Flinny sends me these comments because he mocks commentators and pundits. So here's what he's just said. It's so funny how he does this. This is from Flinny. I'm expecting England to really get at the formidable Iranian defense tomorrow and force them into making needless mistakes with the high press, because that's the only way I think they're going to ask some serious questions of Iran's backline. He always sends me these stuff. They say the same shit. And what's another thing he sent me earlier? It made me laugh. Where is it? He says, you need to emphasize to him that when the centre-back questions him, he needs to have answers. Not any old answers, but the right answers. And I said, listen, he needs to ask the right questions. So people like Shearer, Alan Shearer always says, The striker is not asking enough questions of the centre halves. It's the same stuff that they always say, and he always sends me this stuff. And I said, you need to have a column called Flynn All In. And he said he's going to call it Flinny Gives It to You Straight. Flinny Gives It to You Straight. So him and I could do a live stream, just him and I just taking the piss out of these pundits. And this is what he said about Qatar. Hey, Philip, this is why Qatar didn't win. This is hilarious. Both him and I said Qatar won't get a point in the World Cup, but they might. I don't think they will. He said, in regards to Qatar, unfortunately, they don't possess enough big game players or pedigree to go any further. They also lack that never say die attitude, which is the biggest miss of all, that only the stars have. And I'm like, oh my God, that is what they say. And this is what he said about Enner Valencia. Guys, I could play against Qatar and ruin them. That's the reality. They should be getting beat 15-0 in these games. Elton John would beat me up. I would knock out Elton John instantly. Like, beyond a joke easily. He would beat me on the piano, though. I remember when rock was young. Me and Susie had so much fun. Elton John, nothing but a female, pretending to be a male. This is what he said about Enner Valencia, Kenya's last name. Rocket Man burning down the streets of hell alone. Don't know the lyrics to that. But I really think it's gonna be a long, long time. Here's what he said about Enner Valencia's performance today. Enner Valencia put in a real captain's performance today, leading by example and drawing on all his Premier League experience to put Qatar to the sword. All his Premier League experience. He hardly played. But yeah, he was Captain Marvel today. He had the country on his shoulders and he delivered. Nothing but respect for Enner Valencia. Just so funny when he sends me this stuff. Like words like pedigree. It's got that World Cup pedigree. Just it's such nonsense when you think about it, but it's funny. It's funny. Queen died, 114 days left. 1-1 full time, 4 in extra time for your 4-2-3-1 England, hopefully. Very nice. Very nice. That 114 is Enner Valencia's birthday, November the 4th as well. So, yeah. Wild stuff. I can't believe not long ago I was about to take a nap because I was knackered. And now I'm singing Rocket Man. This is what you're dealing with the illusion. 66 years ago, England beat Brazil 4-2. Wow. Okay, that's a biggie. There's so much for England. I hope they win to inspire people to see through the coded reality and get closer to God. That's what I was going to say before I leave. I'm going to leave you with this. I haven't personally seen it. I haven't watched the highlights. I have to, I think. It was a friendly game, but it's still a great find, 66-42. Benzema, who won the 66 Ballon d'Or, said he wasn't going to play in the World Cup. 42 days left in the year. Another great sign for England. But again, it's good signs for other teams. But I think England's one is just outrageous, to be honest with you. Wait, give me a moment. Give me a moment. Something's just, a light bulb's just gone off. A light bulb's just gone off. Guys, 108 is a super sacred number in geometry. Super. I've coded 108 and how it connects to Stephen Hawking's and Albert Einstein and geometry. 108 is incredibly sacred, is that number. And I've just connected a dot here. I've just connected a dot. 66 plus 42 is 108. There's 108 stitches, guys, in a baseball. Super Masonic sport. 108 gematria. 66 plus 42 is 108. I've never caught that. Sterling. Raheem. No, his birthday's December the 8th, I think. It's December the 8th is Raheem Sterling. I know he's 27. And by the way, he's from Kingston, Jamaica. I'll do a live or a code on my website about just how connected Jamaica is with England. And you'll see why. You'll see why Sterling's Jamaican. And you'll also see why Wes Morgan's Jamaican, who captained Leicester to the Premier League. It's going to blow your socks off. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how I keep doing this every day and still blow your mind daily. I don't know. I guess there's always something going on. But yes, Sterling. Of course, the guy was born in Kingston for another king. Yeah, Sterling is a blatant female, one of the most blatant. But he was born in Kingston. King Charles, guys. I might have to decode Bob Marley. This is what I do. I do this code, and then I know everything about everything. Bob Marley, by the way, was born on the anniversary of Elizabeth becoming the Queen. Did you know that? I hope you did, because Bob Marley was born 2/6/1945. He was born when World War II ended, when Hitler died. So it's just too much. Remember, England's number 26 is Conor Gallagher, who was born on 2/6, just like Bob Marley. Bob Marley, Jamaica. I'll leave you with this joke. I'm going to have to add to that code. But yeah, I think Kane probably scores. Let me just quickly look before I go. I've got too many tabs open at this point. I love it when the birds are tweeting. All right, let me just check Harry Kane's birthday from tomorrow. Let me just check that. Hello, my name's Harry Kane. 3 points. Is anybody can win when you decide. All we got to do is just keep it forward. Get a win. All right, Harry Kane. Like hurricane. Let's have a little goose. All right. Okay, Harry. Okay, Harry Kane. Are you going to bang tomorrow? 116 days after your birthday. 11 times 6 is 66. Oh my God, Harry Kane penalty after 66 minutes. Harry Kane penalty after 66 minutes. Oh my word, that would be insane. By the way, Qatar's leading goal scorer of all time has 42 goals. The guy whose name in reverse is FIFA. A fifth. What a joke. A fifth? Isn't it? Oh my. A fifth. A fifth. That's like a fifth is 20%. All these 20s I've been talking about. A fifth. These guys, Satan's very intelligent, but so am I. Oh, me and Satan in a ring. Yeah, he'd give me a... Yeah, would he knock me out at this point? Probably, but I'd definitely give him a few hooks, wouldn't I? A couple, you know what I mean? I think it'd still beat me at this point. Just got to keep building up that wisdom so I can go in the ring with him in the octagon. 8-sided shape. Like, there's not going to be a new winner of the World Cup. Wow, Sterling's on 79 goals. For who? Oh, is it 79 appearances? Wait, Sterling's coming in 79 appearances for England, 22nd prime. He's got 19 goals. Yeah. Wow. What? Oh my goodness. This is too much. It's too much. I've just told you that Sterling was born in Kingston and how that connects to King Charles. Guys, I've just seen that Sterling made his England debut the 14th of November, 2012. On Prince Charles's birthday. He was born in Kingston and he made his debut for England on King Charles's birthday in 2012 when England hosted the Olympics, Satanic Olympics. Wow. It's just constant. It's constant. Please have England win it for this book. It's going to be better than the Queen book if that's possible. What if I threw them both together? A nice, like, you know, when you have like an apple pie with a little bit of like rhubarb in it and you're mixing it up. So, ooh. Wow, I can't believe I've just caught that with Sterling. Sterling connected to currency. The pound sterling. Okay, Raheem. You're connected to Bob Marley. You're connected to King Charles. Just so you know, and I'll leave you with this. I keep saying I'll leave you with this. Bob Marley got married. Give me a woo and I'm going to leave it. Give me a woo and I'll tell you what year Bob Marley got married. The guy who was born 2/6 when Elizabeth became the queen. Give me some woos and I'll tell you what year he got married. I don't want to do any more coding today. I'm knackered. I want to rest. I might even go lay by the pool. Yeah, Raheem is a terrible footballer. I've told you all of that about told my friends that 4 or 5 years ago or longer. I've been saying for 2 years, Kane's shit footballer, Sterling's shit, Lukaku's shit. A lot of them are. So here we go. And I'm about to go. Woohoo! Somebody asked me, Joey Williams, right now in the chat, ask me, what year did Bob Marley get married? Type it, Joey. Type it. Type it like you've never typed before, baby. Woo! Ask me in the chat, Joey Williams, right now, what year did Bob Marley get married? Go on, ask me. Ask me. Agent D, don't ruin it. Close your eyes, everybody. Agent D is trying to steal my thunder. Come on, Joey. Any chance? You type in like this? Let's go, Joey Williams. Come on. Come on. No, it wasn't 1979. Nope. 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 Come on, Joey. I'll give you 10. Now I'm going to count up because Satanists do things in reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1966. Bob Marley, who was born on 2/6. Okay, the anniversary of Elizabeth becoming the queen. Always singing about Kingston, Jamaica. Study Jamaica, guys, for homework. And how synced up it is with England. Basically ran the country. Guys, Gabriel, I'm about to go, brother. But this live has just been flames. It's Jamaican me crazy. Ooh. How does Bob Marley like his donuts? How does Bob Marley like his donuts, ladies and gentlemen? 3, 2, 1. Bob Marley likes his donuts. We're jamming, we're jamming, we're jamming, we're jamming. Bob Marley likes his donuts with jam in. He likes jam donuts. Woo! He was married in 66. Woo! The year England won the World Cup. Woo! Woo! He was born on the anniversary of Queen Elizabeth becoming the Queen. Woo! 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 Raheem Sterling, England's number 10, made his debut 10 years ago on King Charles's birthday, and he was born in Kingston. Ooh, 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 woo! I'm going to wait till it gets to 144 for my birthday and my dad's birthday, and then I'm gone. Okay? Buffalo Sterling, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Bob, could I buy you a donut? Yes, blood. Yeah, we'll buy me a donut. How would you like your donut? We're jamming, we're jamming, we're jamming, we're jamming. All right, mate. I'll get you a jam donut. Woo, woo. Okay. Mason, nothing but a fraud Bob Marley who had a demon in him or her. So let's do this, guys. Let's see what happens tomorrow with England. I'll let you know what happens, whether it's on Twitter or on my website. I don't know if I can do a live, but all I'm going to say is right now I'm craving a jam freaking donut.